Hey, how are you doing? New updates, lots of new updates. I'm gonna change the format of the vlog altogether now. So this is, for the meantime, going to be just a fortnightly vlog of just updates from my personal life and updates on the other channels. So basically, I'm going to have like a personal update. I'm gonna have updates on Shot Suvara, updates on Tech Suvara, and any other channel that I'm going to have up until then. So, I guess we'll start with personal updates. So, wow, first daughter's going to childcare. That was a bit of an experience. So her going to her first childcare, time, like she's 2 and she's almost 3 years old, and it's about time she kind of like did a bit more socializing with other kids. And although we kind of socialize with friends, it's just limited, so it's good for her to kind of pick up a bit more English as well, because we speak Russian at home, because my wife speaks Russian. So daughter will know Russian and English and Polish, so I'm just teaching her bits and pieces of Polish, which I speak as well, and so does my dad, so her grandfather. That was a really good experience. The childcare centers, this group called Bluebird. They're just right next door to us, so walking distance of about 5 minutes. Yeah, it's how do you say? It's good. I mean, it's good. They have like their own kitchen. They have like different rooms. The people there seem to be all right. They're quite friendly. We're quite happy with the staff that where our daughter is based. I don't know if it's a thing, but we noticed a lot of the kids in childcare centers often have like runny noses and snotty noses, and for us that's a bit of a like you need to wash it off. I don't know. It seems to be like we've noticed kids in Australia especially don't either the parents or it's I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but they just they're not cleaned up. But anyway, that's a weird one. Um, Other than that, like everything else is really good. They've got like a nice play area. They do really cool crafts. They do dancing, yoga. They do like a bit of history. They have like little animals there too. So they have like I think they had a bunny and a something else. I think a lizard. So like very very stimulating environment. Lots of things to do, which was really cool. What else? Personal stuff. Yeah. So we're also planning to go to Russia soon. We've got my wife hasn't been back in years, so we got here at the pandemic, and then we had the pandemic, and then we had our daughter, and it's just there's been an opportunity, and then we've got our house. We've kind of really settled in now, right? So we've settled into this new place. Everything's kind of starting to move along. We're quite happy with everything. We're not really doing any more additional purchases of stuff that we need to have things functional. So that's all cool. We've got that set up, planning to go to Russia, and I guess that's like continuing our IVF journey. So our daughter was done through IVF through ICSI, primarily because we were in Russia at the time and we didn't know what the situation was. So that's another story altogether. I will share that at some point, the whole story, probably in a separate video. But now that I've just said that this is going to be a vlog channel, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Maybe I'll do like one week a vlog and 1 week a story, something like that. Yeah, okay. 1 week vlog, 1 week a story. Like one now, what's going on now, and one like story of the past. So yeah, we've got this IVF thing, and I did some tests, and it's like I can try to get things, because it's mostly for me. We can try to get things going, try a few things, but generally it's most likely we'll have to go and do IVF. And we have 6 embryos, like good quality of embryos, still frozen in Russia. So whole Ukraine war is a bit of a headache. I mean, it is a big headache. The whole sanction stuff is really kind of being felt like now, I mean, it's not a showstopper, so to speak. Like, you can still go to Russia, you can still do all this stuff, you can find ways to transfer money there if you really want to. It's not easy, and it is a bit of a headache, but you can do it. So sorting out tickets is annoying because now the only places you can actually purchase tickets to any city in Russia are through airlines directly. So you can't purchase tickets online through Momondo, through Skytracker, things like that. Any of these sites that do like like joint flights, yeah. So can't do that. You might be able to hear some construction. So yeah, there we go. So there's our place is built. We've all these areas places are built, but the estate that we're in, they're building a whole section here. So sometimes I wonder whether it would have been better to get like a freestanding house compared to a townhouse. But I'm happy that this is a good base from where we can expand. So we didn't put all of our resources, all our eggs into the house basket and just try to scrape everything just to pay off the house. We've got some room to move, which is good. Plus we've got this place and. Although it's not a strata title, the good thing about the strata title is you've got someone to work for that works for you. They can help with things around the area. So if there's a broken road, if there's something you're not happy with, you can kind of like discuss it with with the team of strata. You can push for it, and it's more of a community based system with the townhouses. It's not like a big apartment block, So yeah, the other thing with the townhouses is because they're like flat roofed, the wind is really annoying at night, so that's one thing. But I'll probably get used to it until I'm not gonna. It's not gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm reading this book. Have I got it here? No, I'm reading it. That's another book there. But I'm reading this book called Unforgiving Destiny by David Macmillan. It's a guy from in the 1980s was a smuggler. Really interesting book. About his point of view from regarding the journey of becoming a smuggler, drug smuggler, and what he did, and the story, the story behind it from his point of view. So it's quite an engaging read, and it's a good insight into why it's a good lesson in what you shouldn't do in life, why you shouldn't do certain things in life, and I'm all for doing following the law in a way that allows you to do what you want to do or that benefits the community as a whole. So it's another topic altogether. It's a great book, good insight. Yeah, I'm going to try and finish that at some point. Just in the evenings, have a read a bit at a time. So now on to Suvara. Lots of stuff happening with the photo space. I'm working on a structure. It's not ready yet. When I have the structure for Suvara, I'll put it up. I'll want to also do try to get a video done every week for that. Just me doing a time lapse, maybe filming, doing photography, stuff like that. Get the Z30 out. News is Nikon is releasing a new camera. I'm all in on Nikon gear, so that's cool. It's cool to hear. Filming this on the Nikon Z9. Nikon Z6III is coming out. So it's I think the good thing about this is it's taking on the A7S III, which really stands as that sensor and that infrastructure that centers around the A7S III sensor that was in the FX3, the FX6. All of that with Sony is amazing. And now that Nikon has bought Red, how that works, how that's going to work, how that feeds into Z6III, I don't know, but it's going to be released pretty soon. So this week is pack chocker stuff, right? So as Nikon Z6III, we had a few, not this week, this month, June. We had Canon release a stack of new cameras, recent C400, and Lumix GH7, I think it was. I'm not sure if that was it, but GH7. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's a whole, there should be some new Sony cameras coming out soon. But look, stuck in the Nikon, not stuck in the Nikon. I'm invested in the Nikon ecosystem, so we'll see where it goes from here. Want to do a few creative little films, which will be on the Suvara channel, and also, do photography. I'm really enjoying taking the D850 out on the slider and doing time lapses. Not so much with the Z9. I think it's just too bulky. I like the Z9 doing I don't mind landscape, but mostly it's for wildlife that I'm doing it. With the landscape stuff, I'm quite happy with the D850. It's easy to carry around, not too heavy. I'm using the 24mm. Also have the 16-35. So for time lapses, the 16-35 is fine. So yeah, that's Suvara. Now on to Tech Suvara. Big news. We're going to keep the Tech Suvara channel just chugging along. Going to keep doing the weekly videos, just exploring stuff. But the exploring is going to really center around one of the main side projects that I'm doing for a business opportunity, and this is for animal identification. Not just animal, type, but individual animals. So I'm looking at how that works. Doing a lot of research on convolutional neural networks, on YOLO, V4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all of that. You only look once, YOLO, that's that kind of thing. Then also looking at how, reading different research papers on how animal identification works. I have, the Tech Suvara stuff. I have another project that involves well, I can't really talk about it, it's under NDA, so we've got the projector stuff. I don't know if you know, but I'm working with a company called BWI. They have the projector brand and another brand, and I built with my team. My team built the apps for Android and iOS for that, and integrated with Bluetooth. Really impressed with that result. We're working on the next level of that. Can't really go into too much detail, but it's going to keep evolving. It's going to keep growing, and the ecosystem is just going to be amazing. I'm just really so proud of the work that the entire team has put in for that. Incredible product. So that's the main work that I'm doing, and the business opportunity on the side is just to gain more experience. And who knows, maybe this might, there's a real world use case that we know of for this business. So we're working on both the technology side and also on the business side to try and find people that will need this animal identification registration system. So the other thing is working on CAN bus stuff, electronics, just a little bit here and there. I've got that book, the CAN bus book. I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to really put that into the Tech Suvara stuff for logistical reasons. In order to do electronics, I kind of need to have this whole thing set up with the camera facing down and all that, and I haven't got an extra camera to do that yet with. I might get another Z30, but it's not really worth it. There's not enough, there's no need for it enough that it will provide some kind of value. So even now with this, there was a hope that it would help with marketing, doing the filming and the vlog and Tech Suvara. It's been okay, but it hasn't really been as much as I'd hoped it would be. So we'll see. Maybe it might pay off, but we'll see. We've invested quite a lot in filming, and it hasn't been that much return. So we're holding off on that and gonna take that and invest in other things until this kind of grows and evolves enough to pay its way. Apple, that's my big news, WWDC. I gotta forget the big thing. So, yes, Apple Intelligence. I mean, LLMs, I guess they're using LLMs. They're going to try and integrate APIs with apps. So apps provide some kind of feature set that the LLM will kind of use to run actions, to perform actions on the apps. They do have things like already happening in a similar way with Cucumber, where it's not through LLMs, but it's essentially like a script that executes certain functions within an app. And then that's pre-scripted, so that's one thing. But I think if you get developers integrating their stuff with Apple Siri, then it's gonna pay off. So yeah, wind there anyway, it's making all that noise. So the next thing will be, I guess, Apple Intelligence, OpenAI. So people kind of ranting about how OpenAI is directly integrated into OpenAI is directly integrated into Apple, and that's not really the case. I did some reading. So OpenAI and ChatGPT are only used for a very finite number of functions. So one of them is Siri. You can ask Siri about something. And the other one, I think, is just generate, like you can generate certain things, but it's very limited. I was really surprised at how limited it was. So it means that Apple Intelligence itself is its own thing. It's not really integrated with OpenAI systems, which is interesting. I was really surprised by the lackluster response from shareholders. There's no one really jumping on the bandwagon saying, "Oh, Apple's," but that conservative approach with AI is so much better. Like, it's just the stuff that's going on with Microsoft. What a blunder! What a blunder with Copilot. I mean, it's even more reason for me not to touch Microsoft. I think IBM also is kind of like they did Watson a long time ago. That fell on its face. You got Google with Gemini. I think the problem is there's this peak that's been reached, right? And so you have these companies like Nvidia, Google, and Microsoft in particular. OpenAI kind of like, whoa, look what we can do. These guys are going, oh, well, we can do that too. And it's like, this is going to be so good, but they're not doing anything more than this, which that all Microsoft and Google are doing is not much more than what OpenAI does. But what OpenAI does isn't that amazing. It really isn't anything that useful yet. People, I mean, I've talked to some filmmakers, they're saying like, well, we don't really we want people to work with people. That's the thing. This AI thing is like, great, so you can do this stuff like generate all these images, but, people have tried selling AI generated imagery. It's not selling because no one really values that. I think a normal, reasonable human being, even unreasonable human being, would rather a product that's done by another human than it is that's a kind of a mishmash of what's been done by AI. But what I think is going to happen now, right? What I think is going to happen is that you're going to have this kind of set of AI generated content, but then what it's going to force people to do is to break away from that bubble and create things that are even more amazing and astounding. So I think, it pushes you to push yourself to do things that haven't been done before. And that's what we want. We don't want to, people don't really, humanity as a whole, me, you, anyone, doesn't really want to stay in the same place to do the same thing all the time. We want to do different things. And if the great things of the past are made normal now, then the great things of the future are going to be even more wonderful. So it would be interesting to see. And so now, time to get back to it. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Or maybe, actually, no, I'll see you maybe in 1 week. I've got a story to tell. I've been meaning to tell the story of one of my most near-death, a photo to die for. That's what I'm going to call the next video. Anyway, I'll see you then.